What's up guys, how are you all doing? In today's video we're going to be going through the tour card situation and what can happen at the World Championships this year. There are players who currently have tour cards who could potentially lose them, and there are players who don't currently have tour cards who could potentially win them. So I'm going to let you guys know the ins and outs, what you need to know, and how far people have to get to secure their tour cards for next year. But before we get into that, today's video is sponsored by Darts NFT, so let's talk about them for just a second. Did you know a pack of 5 digital trading cards for AC Milan footballers sold for $1.08 million? 100 digital trading cards of Diego Maradona sold for $4.3 million. The rights to an image of LeBron James hosted through an NFT sold for $21.6 million. Nothing like this has ever existed in darts until today, and that's where dartsnft.co.uk come into things. Now, if you're a bit of a novice like I am, and you don't know what an NFT is, NFT stands for non-fungible token. It's basically a piece of digital art that is completely unique that you can own. And Darts NFT is just that, but it's all to do with darts, of course. Darts NFT is the first crypto platform in the world to take credit card payments, and some of the NFTs come with extra physical items such as merchandise or tickets to see that specific player in an exhibition. Darts NFTs can be purchased and held onto, or you can sell them down the line and potentially make yourself a few quid. Darts NFTs is a really fun way to own a digital collector's item, but remember, it is your capital at risk. The value can go up, but it can also go down. So please do your own research if you're unsure on whether to invest or not. These Darts NFTs can be bought at dartsnfts.co.uk, links in the description, and will be available for general sale on the 16th of December. So back to tour card talk. Basically, there are a number of players who currently have a tour card and could still potentially lose it if they don't do well enough at this year's World Championships. Also, there are a number of players who don't currently have tour cards, and if they do well at the World Championships, they could potentially win one. So let's start off with the players who can potentially lose their tour cards. Now, the way that the tour cards work is that if you're inside the top 64 by the end of your 2-year run of having a tour card, you keep your tour card for another year. If you finish inside the top 64 and you don't already have a tour card, you will then get a tour card for 1 extra year. You'll get the money that you earn in that year, and you will continue as a tour card holder for 1 extra year. So, as it stands, currently 64th place is held by Ryan Meikle, and his prize money for what he's earned after the World Championships and before he's played any games or won any games is currently on £45,250. So at the moment, that is the cutoff. Now, I've been speaking to the guys over at Darts Oracle, and they have told me that £51,000 will be 99.99% sure that you'll be safe, but they also think that around 47,000 will probably be okay. So we're going to go for around 50,000. If they're the parameters, then 50,000 should be all right. So the players who can potentially lose their tour cards, even though they're inside the top 64 right now, are Boris Kirchner on £50,000, so he should be safe, but there's a chance that he loses his tour card. William Borland on £49,500. John Henderson, who's on £48,750. Max Hopp, who is on £48,000. Scott Waits, who is on £46,500. Now, those 3 players, John, Max, and Scott, none of them are in the World Championships, so there's nothing they can do to sort of save themselves. They just need to rely on a bit of luck and hope some results go their way. Number 63 space at the moment is Mike DeDecker. He's currently on £45,500. And Ryan Meikle, sat in the last spot for the tour cards, is on £45,250. Now, if we go through those players and what they need to do to get to secure their tour cards, it's pretty simple. Boris, William, Mike DeDecker, and Ryan Meikle, they all have to win 1 match at the World Championships. That will put them above the £50,000 threshold, and that will pretty much secure them their tour card for 99.9% of situations. And then John Henderson, Max Hopp, and Scott Waits, all they can do is just hope and pray that they don't get overtaken enough times that they get pushed outside the top 64. So at the moment, the 2 at the most risk is obviously Mike DeDecker and Ryan Meikle. Both realistically are going to need to win at least a game. William Borland and Boris Kirchner might be safe if they lose first round, but there's a chance that they're not as well. So All those guys need to win at least one game. So next up, we've got the players who are outside of the top 64 at the moment, but they are in the World Championships and they can still secure a tour card for next year. So we've got Nick Kenny on 39,500. We've got Lisa Ashton on 35,500. We've got Ted Evans on 34,750. We've got Fallon Sherrock on 27,500. We've got James Wilson on 25,500. We've got Chaz Barstow on 24,500. We've got Daniel Larson on 20,000. And then you've got the guys who are all playing in the first round of the World Championships. All of the qualifiers from their regional areas. And those are all on 7,500. And that is Ben Robb, Chris Landman, Danny Lauby, Diogo Portela, Fabian Schmolzer. I don't know if he said his name right. I apologise if I didn't, Fabian. John Norman Jr., Juan Rodriguez, Kai Smith, Leo Wen, probably said that wrong as well, Lawrence Alagan, Nitin Kumar, Paul Lim, Raymond Smith, Roman Beckany, Royden Lam, Toyo Keizu Shibata, I probably said that wrong, and Yuki Yamada. Those are the guys who are in the chances, but they have to get quite far. So if we go back up to the top again and have a look at those outside, how far do they have to get to secure themselves a tour card? So Nick Kenny, he needs to win 2 matches. He needs to make it to the last 32, and his tour card will be secure. Lisa Ashton, exactly the same. Win 2 matches, make it to the last 32, and she keeps her tour card. Ted Evans must win 2 matches as well. He needs to make it to the last 32, and he will get a tour card back for next year. Fallon Sherrock is the highest ranked player without a tour card in this year's World Championships, and she needs to win 3 games. She needs to make it to the last 16, which means that she needs to beat some big players. But if she makes it to the last 16, she will get a tour card for next year. If not, it's going to be off the Q school for Fallon. James Wilson, exactly the same, needs to win 3 games to get to the last 16. Chaz Barstow needs to win 3 games and get to the last 16 as well. And Daniel Larson needs to win 4 games and get to the quarters to keep his tour card. Now, as far as the qualifiers, the rest of the world qualifiers who we spoke about earlier, all the guys on 7,500 at the moment, if they make it to the quarterfinals, they will be sat on £50,000. Now, I did say earlier that £50,000 is going to be about the cut-off point, so it might be enough, but if not, they're going to have to win 5 games and make it to the semi-finals, which, of course, is not going to be an easy task. So that is today's video, guys. Hope you did enjoy it. That is basically what people have to do to win a tour card or to retain their tour card at the PDC World Championships 2022. If you did enjoy this video, leave a like on it and go and check out Dart's NFTs. Links will be in the description below. Thank you very much to those guys for sponsoring today's video, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.